Hello, you're watching James. My name's James, you're watching me, and I'm talking about watches. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the aftermarket Strapcode bracelet for my Seiko Samurai. Now, as you may already know, the Samurai is a watch that I love. I wear it almost every single day. As good as the original bracelet is on the Samurai, I really felt that I wanted to improve it. Because I wear my Seiko so often, I really felt that it was worth spending the extra money on getting a good quality bracelet for it. But was it really worth the money? They're not exactly the cheapest bracelets. Let's have a look at it. So I did it. I spent a whole heap of money on a Strapcode bracelet because the one on my Seiko Samurai, although it's not too bad, wasn't quite up to scratch. As much as I love that watch, it was really let down a little bit by the bracelet, especially by the clasp. So I decided, let's splash out and buy myself a lovely new Strapcode bracelet designed specifically for it. And this is what it came in. I have had the bracelet on the watch for a while now. I wanted to get a bit of a feel for it before I brought it into the studio to show you. So this is the packaging it came in. This little simple plastic bag. It came with these plastic protectors of the end links, some nice fat spring bars, and just a fairly simple piece of packaging. Alright, so let's remove these, shall we? Alright, so before I talk about it further, I want to let you know that there are lots of different variations of Strapcode bracelets on the website. There are quite a few for the Samurai itself, and then amongst that there are quite a few clasps available. This one may not be to everybody's taste, and I have to say I didn't think it would be to mine either. I thought I'd go a fairly standard, normal looking clasp, but when I saw it, I just for some reason liked it, and I kept coming back to it, and I'm kind of glad that I did because it really sort of does keep the pattern of this amazing bracelet going throughout the clasp. But it may not be for everybody. I understand you don't have to buy this one if you buy this particular bracelet. Let's have a look at it, shall we? Firstly, the bracelet itself, sized up to my 6 3/4 inch wrist, is 100 grams just by itself. So it really is a weighty bracelet, and it really adds extra weight to the watch. However, I quite like that feel, so it doesn't bother me at all. The end links are solid and very well made. The bracelet itself is machined with all these different angles, which then suits the different angles on the Samurai itself. It is brushed with the polished sides, and as you can see there are screw links. Underneath it still looks like a 3-piece, but it is actually only 1 piece, 1 piece, 1 piece. It starts off at 22mm and it tapers down to 18mm. Now here's a little bit of advice: when you are removing sections of the bracelet, remove from the bottom, so then when you reattach, that taper continues. If you try taking out from on here, you'll end up with a little step. The clasp itself has a security, double pusher, and milled materials. There is no diver's extension, however there is micro adjusts. I really do want to demonstrate to you how nicely finished this is and how nice those angles are. From the side you can see the shape of each individual link. So this is what it's like compared to the standard bracelet that comes on the Samurai. So let's get this on the watch, shall we? Having the drilled end lug certainly makes it easy to get the original bracelet off. So here's the bracelet side by side. You can see how quite different they look. There's a little bit of taper on the original, there's a lot more on the Strapcode. Obviously the clasp is a lot different. The clasp is also shorter this way. That's partly because it doesn't have the diver's extension. Side by side you can certainly see the differences in the thickness of the material. And the slight differences in the end links as well, and how they sit. And also, if you haven't seen before, they come with these very fat spring bars. Let me show you a normal size spring bar for comparison. They're quite different, aren't they? So the next trick is putting this on the correct way and not the wrong way, which is what I normally do, and then end up having to take it off and put it on the right way again. So this one can go away now. Should be put back in a case for another time. Hey, one's on. Now having the camera is certainly making this a little bit more difficult than normal. Okay, she's all back together, and just have a look at how this transforms this watch. It just suits it so well, and it gives it a real heft. The geometric type shapes and angles of the case then fits into the end link, which then continues down along the bracelet itself, which then in this case then continues across the clasp as well. So there's the Strapcode bracelet on my watch. What do you think? I rather like it. In fact, I really like it. However, it wasn't particularly cheap. It was probably 1/5 of the value of the watch itself. Is it actually worth it? Well, for me it was. I really felt that it lifted the watch from something that I really liked to something that I absolutely love. And I love looking down at this watch, looking at that beautiful face, and then continuing and looking at that bracelet. I love it. And I love the weight of the watch. I really enjoy that weighty, solid feeling. Thanks again for watching. I hope that you stay tuned and watch another one of my videos in the future. Have a good day.